Hey, what up, everybody? Big day for San Francisco 49er fans. We haven't had a big day like this in a long, long time. It is awful nice to hang up a good old 45 points out there on somebody for you. There's a lot of good from this game. Very little things to nitpick about, but just a great day to be a San Francisco 49er fan. One of those points, one of those days you just keep throwing points up on the board no matter what you do. They hit Buffalo hard, and it was like Buffalo was some minor league team. And I called Buffalo the worst team in the league, before the season started, when I made my NFL season prediction video. I said that they were more likely one of the worst teams in the league. I don't like what Buffalo does. Buffalo, they sort of go out and they spend. They aren't a major market team, but they throw money normally at one player. This year being Mario Williams. Like Mario Williams is going to come in and fix the whole defensive scheme of Buffalo. It doesn't work like that. You have to build a team, and going out and getting the best free agent isn't the way to do it. Buffalo hasn't really been building teams in a long time. They're just sort of like having leaks in their ship and just putting their finger over the hole, trying to cover that up and keep the boat afloat. Big day. I've always liked the days when Alex Smith goes out there and throws for a whole bunch of yards. We very rarely see him. I think this is only the third time in his career he's thrown over for 300 yards, and it's been a long time since he's done it. And today was one of those days. He had 100-yard receiving days from Michael Crabtree, who stepped up as the number one receiver. Vernon Davis got his receptions in there. He went over for 100 yards, just like I've been saying about Randy Moss the last few weeks. One catch for some yards. I'm fine with that. We don't need him to be going out there and being the number one receiver or anything like that. Just be Randy Moss and try to bring some coverage off of Crabtree, because the one day that they're not going to treat Randy Moss like he's Randy Moss, he's to expose somebody, and that's what we're waiting on, and that's what we're trying to expose. It's hard to pick out anything from this thing. The only thing I can really honestly say is that I wish that they would have saved some points for next week. Next week we have a tough game with the New York Giants, who came back big time to beat the Browns today. This is a good football team. They had, I believe, 7 starters injured and didn't play in this game, even though it is Cleveland. They had to get on their heels, and Eli Manning is one hell of a quarterback. Even though I hate the guy, and you got to give him his respect. A lot of 49er fans are going to be looking for revenge from last year in the playoffs. We need to, cut that, scrap it, and push it to the back. Forget that. This is this year. That was last year. We don't need to be playing for last year. We need to be playing for today. And stepping up and beating them New York Giants be one hell of a way to cap that off. We beat them last year in the regular season. We need to do it again. And then if we beat them in the playoffs again, or if we meet them in the playoffs again, we need to beat them one more time. Defense, awesome. All you guys out there. Offense, it was great. Only thing is that they're using Kaepernick a whole lot out there, and I think they're gonna take that surprise factor out of there. The more they put him in there and run these we'll call them surprise plays or wildcat, whatever you want to call them, the more they're gonna be putting on tapes, and coaches are gonna be ready for it when they see it. They fell in love with this sort of hand off the Kaepernick run deal. I honestly am not that big of a fan of it. Last year, when Ginn was a big part of the offense, they kept trying to do that, wide receiver reverse in the backfield, and that always seemed like it was a -5 or -6 yards run. It never really seemed to work, and I would yell at the TV every time he was done it. That's sort of what I'm getting used to. Kaepernick is picking up some yards, but the more and more they do it, the more and more it's not a surprise. If you want to make this guy your starting quarterback, because the more that I see him doing stuff, is the more I see people making videos and talking about it in sports blogs that maybe Kaepernick is the guy that can take over from Alex Smith, and maybe we need to do it sooner than later. That needs to be handled in the offseason. Like I've said, this is easily a playoff worthy team, Super Bowl caliber team. Don't fuck with this now. Let's mess with that in the offseason. Let's get this team that we have going rolling. If Alex Smith gets hit by a truck tomorrow and breaks his leg, Kaepernick has to step in, I think we have a suitable backup that can do what he has to do. He has to play. Let's get him out there. Till then, let him sit on the side, let him learn. If you want to bring him in for a few surprise plays here and there, but don't bust those plays out against the Bufftown Bills. We don't need to see that. Big apologies out to anybody who's made it through this video this far enough. I put the bet out there with my buddy, Assault and Battery 777, a Bufftown Bills fan. Made him retire for 2 weeks. So I apologize to the fellow YouTubers out there, but he'll be back strong and ready and willing and able to get it all done, but I put it on the line as well. Maybe I wouldn't even be making this video, but I had big hopes in the Niners today, and they pulled it out. So from here, let's get ready. We got them Giants, and it's gonna be a tough game. I mean, from here on out, no powder puffs. Only playoff teams from here on out. So let's get them helmets on and get ready to hit, and let's play hard. Thanks, guys. Peace out.